Greetings, my friend. I'm called to come and say hello today. I'm Gilles Mansillon, and I wanted to discuss a few ideas to remind you that you got to find your own way. You have to follow your own intuition. There is not a way that someone else's vision of life, of ascension, of what the truth is completely different than yours. You have to really follow your heart, a good feeling, whatever you can sense as good feeling. Choose your way rather than either we choose our way or we are imposed a way of somebody else. For we all have a unique spiritual origin. Our soul and our spirit is unique. We were created in different places, in different manner, in different groups, and then we chose to integrate the universe. We became a soul. And our soul is very old. The soul it's been going on like thousands and thousands of lifetime in this planet, in other universe, sometimes even. And for those who took the program from the beginning, and there is all kinds of soul program. Each soul determines his own program, and then we have a unique destiny, a unique way of returning to the source, a unique ascension. For there is no, of course, there is groups that will be led to the ascension through different paths, or whether it's Buddhism, whether it's Islam, or whether it's Christian, or whether it's like there is many, or Hinduist. For there is only one God. It's just different aspect of the religion are just aspect of the same creator. And so it is important to know to follow your heart, and the more you choose the way of love, the more it will ripple out in the subconscious, in the collective subconscious. It's about finding the peace, the harmony, the grace, and the joy, and stop creating suffering. We're so used to creating suffering. We're so used to creating lack. We're so used to creating limitation in our consciousness because we've been listening to the program that's been imposed. And so it's like it's got a lot of momentum. We need to disengage from that and listen to the inner light. When we listen to the outer world, they created so many distractions to keep us in fear, in opposition, in conflict. But the inner light is always about joy, about freedom, about sovereignty. So continue to hold that vision, for this vision of peace, this vision of joy, this vision of harmony, prosperity, abundance for all. It's like this is really what needs to be coming. But and if you fail, for those who do, it's only those who have never tried anything that have never failed. So it's like just when you fail, you try something, it doesn't work. You just get up and do it again. It's like and then do it again and again and again until it works. So it's like because if you call to a certain desire, there is deep desire. That's like your soul programmation, that your exploration. When somebody's desire may be very different from somebody else's desire also. So just follow your own, and do not take things too seriously. It is only a game of creation, and this game of creation is eternal. So the soul knows that. For us, we're like we want things to happen now, and like it's like taking very long, and it's not changing on the outside. It's like we're all going through, we're all on the same boat, we're all connected to each other. And so but as we let go, we're serene. Serenity means to accept happiness without attachment to anything. It's a challenge, but it all comes from breathing, and enlightenment can happen regardless of what we do. It's like it can happen at any time. It can just, it's a light that comes down and enlighten our mind, that brings things into perspective, that brings sense and meaning and value into our life. But it's all about beingness. It's about who we are while we do things. For we are human beings. We are not human doing. Yet so it's like within our beingness is we find this connection to our creator, our source. Yet in the pursuit of the supreme, the truth, the beauty, and the goodness, we need to act. We're in a magnetic universe. We need to produce an energy to have the result. But sometimes non-action can be action. Sometimes it's in non-action, in the contemplation of within the trust that there is the higher forces of life that will bring harmony. Then we become contemplative of this harmony. For it all comes from our beliefs, our intention. And so it's like we have two things that we've been given freely, is to breathe in and out. We don't need to think about it, and the pulse of our heart. This is like a gift. Everything else we just need. There is a certain effort to create the rest of it. But even the pulse of our heart, if we just think that it is a pulse, it is the pulse of our life, and so we want to, with our intention, to harmonize the pulse of our heart with the pulse of the planet, the pulse of the sun, the pulse of the galaxy, the pulse of the universe. And so those pulses will, when they're all in harmony, there's a great deal of flow. Just as when we breathe unconsciously, the shallow breathing, we don't get much. But the more we breathe consciously, the more we establish this connection, and we want to know ourselves and know our relationship to the source, to the creator. I'm going to pull a card for the day. For my card of the day was going in circle. I felt like I was in great void today. It's like not that much inspiration, so we'll see. But inspiration comes back. It's about the chaos and conflict. It's like there's so much chaos and conflict that needs to be expurged right now. It's the end. There's so much karma that's been accumulated. We all have those very many past life, and we've created and created and created and created and explored and explored and explored. And now we just need to be free from that. And so there is it's been a lot of darkness that's been going on, and a lot of people have to expurge this darkness. So we want to continue to focalize on peace, focalize on resolution, and to know that the victory of the light is already achieved. It's just a process. Sometimes we're presented with a concept in one day. We just need to integrate that concept, integrate that teaching, integrate that learning, and then the next day we propose the opposite concept. And so it's like it could be paradoxal. But it's just to know the both side of the coin. For in life there is, because sometimes we'll use this side of the coin, sometimes we need to use that side of the coin. For in the Truth by God, God explains that God in his omniscient knowledge will use everything to educate men, the pure and the impure. But as individual creature, we're seeking ascension, we only want to use the light, only want to use the good. We cannot hope to do something dark and evil, hoping that it will create good effect. But God says that something good at the bad moment is bad. To do something bad at the good moment is good, because it serves the evolution. So it's becoming more contemplative, more detached from, so as we integrate, we learn to decipher, and we'll have the keys and codes to navigate through that, and also to share whatever because we're here to assist the planet in our evolution, and there is so much more good in the world than bad. Even if we have a problem with our physical body, that means there are millions of different systems, or thousands of different systems that are operating, so to provide this experience of feeling bad. But we want to just to take care of our physical body. It's also a sign. But it's like in the media, there is a million things that are so beautiful, and then there's this one thing that is a karmic thing that is going on, and they're going to take that and try to say, well, this is the whole of life. This is what you want to believe. This is what you want to focus on, whatever is negative. And so that's just all those distractions to keep us from discovering the peace, the joy. I'm just sharing my thoughts and experiences, and you have to decipher. You have to find your own as well. And so it's like I'm just sharing what I get. But keep this dream of freedom, of sovereignty, of equality. For we'll never be equal. We are unique, but we have to have the equal opportunity. We have to have the equal respect, and nobody will be excluded from the new in the new world. Every human beings will be held as precious. And keep holding this vision of peace and harmony for all humanity. And it's important to empower people, to empower them to find their own way, rather than say, well, I'll show you the way, or I'll tell you what to do, or well, if you're responsible of a group, then, or business or whatever, you just lead the way. It is your responsibility to lead everybody to their own function, so that the whole thing works. But also than that, it's so much better to give, because if you have always to do for somebody else, it's like you have a child and he's got his homework, and it's like, well, I'll do your homework for you, and so you'll have a good grade. But the people will not learn. It's like you have to have faith that people will have the power to discover their own solution, to have their own have faith in people, have faith in their own inner light, and trust that everybody will find its own its own way, just and they have the means by which they all have an eternal soul. The more you realize the eternity of your soul, that you are an eternal being in a physical experience, temporary experience, the more you realize that every other being is also an eternal being, an eternal soul that's implicated in this process of linear experience, and but they're forgotten. So you just want to remember them, and sometimes just holding that frequency of love and light and sending this frequency of love and light is enough. You don't need to verbalize it. Sometimes you do. So because either we provide the healing, we express love, we provide the healing, and we shine our life, or we stay in the old way as a victim of circumstances. All of that is coming. There is much that is coming into alignment with this great portal that is coming in a few days, and we'll need to recess the power of the mega corporation into because they're really into greed and ecological destruction, and it's like they don't care at all about anybody but their profit, and so it's like for there are companies probably that works for the highest good of all, but all the globalist project is not for the humans highest good. So we need to oppose that in a gentle way, passive resistance to any of those agendas of the globalists. They really, but their power it doesn't appear to be, but it's very slowly as people awaken. It's like they're saying no to all kinds of old ways of doing things. And the observer of the day is the politic, the snake. This is a snake behind the mask. It's like he's got this very happy face here, very happy face, but behind the happy face and the follow me, trust me kind of thing, there is the snake behind it. So do not be fooled by this biblical snake. The snake will always try to create confusion, to create separation, to create conflict, to play the good guys, the bad guys, and to keep them separated. But we are one life, and together. The past is flowering. There has already been this way amazing cause and effect. But beyond cause and effect, there is love, because every time so do not create more karma. Stop broadcasting this any negative energy, because we create more karma as we're trying to eliminate karma. When we broadcast this negative energy, we're creating more karma. So do not stop, do not create karma, and then there is no more the cause and the effect. Will only be love. Right now, it is the guidance. We're following the guidance. We're following the higher flow. We're getting integrated within a higher self, and the future will be we are the world. It's one world together. It is absolute wealth, absolute abundance, absolute prosperity for all, and. But we have to start for ourselves. We cannot like wait for the whole world to have changed, to change ourselves, to see things on the TV, to say, well, it is true. We have to make it true. Whatever we feel, sense, and know that is the highest good. That is something that is to follow your joy, follow your happiness. On the inside world, there is an integration. It is the card of alchemy, it is alchemistry. It is the card of purification. It is the balance of energy. All of that is happening. And on the well, we're lucky today. Well, we're lucky. We have to accept luck. Luck is when God wants to remain anonymous. We call that luck, but there is no random luck. It is just know yourself and condition yourself for receiving. For here we have the source on the outside. It is the source, the return of the Creator, the return of love, the power of love. But for that we need to be attuned to the present moment and allow ourselves to be guided moment by moment. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Continue to follow your own way. You can go your own way and follow your way. There's many songs that could talk about it. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, for commenting, for subscribing. Don't forget to click on the bell to receive notification. I thank you so much for your donations and for your support. Continue to follow that way. For we incarnated in mass with this consciousness, with our memories open. For the Akash will open all the memories, because we are the product of our spiritual origin. We have that, but we also all the histories, and very slowly but surely, when we're ready, we'll integrate all kinds of virtues and qualities that we explored in past life. And so this Akash will open So just be relaxed and calm your mind, and then be in a receptive mode. Ask and you shall receive. We'll finish with a song. It's a song of the Beatles. It's about letting go and trusting life. It's called Let It Be. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is clouded, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. It's very, very Taoist. Everything is accomplished within non-action when we tune in to the Great Mother, the Great Spirit of the Holy Spirit. And trust that Spirit. It is the most powerful Spirit in the universe. And God is not responsible for our own suffering. We're creating our own suffering by our beliefs, by our continuous... So as we become aware, we are able to change things, and we can surrender much of our problems to the Creator. Yet we have to face our problem also. We have to acknowledge that we've allowed that our creation, and then to seek solution in connection with our higher self. Our higher self already has the solution. So it's about letting it be, but yet also to have the intention of finding this peace and this harmony, this joy. And for that, the observer of the day is acceptation. To be in acceptation of who we are, where we are, all that we are, loving ourselves within that. And to asking for resolution. My personal resolution right now is like I live in the present, and I'm like content within this present, but I am really looking forward to have a home and get back my paintings and my things to continue my life. So it's like to return to my life as an artist. For the highest wisdom is happiness. For already cultivating the happiness is if we can feel the happiness without any external causes, is like wonderful to be able to find those points of eternal light, to connect to that eternal light. What we need to understand is knowledge, this deep knowledge that comes from our soul, from our dreams, from the reflection of life, from our guides, from our Creator, from the source. For this transcendental knowledge, it's not about accumulating information about the matrix, right? So it's about finding our own self-empowerment. I'm just sharing my own process and just adapt it to whatever, and do not be in judgments, for it has to be balanced out. Everything needs to... what we need to do is to follow our intuition, follow our feeling, to allow the logical brain to be submissive to the intuition, yet to balance it out. For as Immanuel Kant used to say, even as he's very very intellectual philosopher, but everything is given to us through our intuition. Then the logical mind makes sense of the reality that is provided by the intuition. In the Critic of the Pure Reason, I think it's first critic, very intellectual, kind of difficult to access. Yet there's value in old philosophers' thoughts, and the outcome is the reward. There's going to be a great reward. It's like God knows really what we're doing without expectation of reward. And so when we're doing things without expectation of reward, we need to be rewarded for that. And whatever comes will be welcome. Will be gratitude, much gratitude for what is to come. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste, my friends.